All right, guys. Today we're gonna do a tier list for the PGM Reg F VGC draft, and I got Pers here with me. What's up, dude?
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so first team we got up here is Bird. Let me pull up his team specifically. All right, so first thing that's I see is he's got Urshifu and Incineroar. I mean, he's got like a
Oh yeah.
super solid. Like no one wants to deal with Urshifu Rapid.
Oh, absolutely. No protects of being allowed to be brought to this match.
Exactly. A few other things. Obviously, Incineroar, one of the best VGC mons of all time, if not the
Mhm.
best. It's kind of an interesting one to pilot because with a Pokemon like Incineroar, I feel like half of it is just like how good are you at using it.
Yeah. Especially like reading your opponent and knowing like, hey, who can I fake out? Who can I knock off? Like, where am I getting my most value at?
Right. Obviously, he's got Brute Bonnet there with Spore. That's super annoying. I mean,
Mhm.
safety goggles are almost like a must against this team.
Yeah.
He's got
And
two. Go ahead.
think about it. It's also enabled a bit more compared to singles because U-turn isn't as big as a threat
Right,
as it is in singles in VGC. So Brute Bonnet has a little bit more freedom and like more HP to work with.
right. He's got two Tailwind setters with Latios and Noivern, so that's really good. He's got four Fake Out Mons, which might be the most out of anybody. So that allows a lot of flexibility.
Oh yeah. Oh, I did not notice that.
Yeah, he's
Cover
got
Cloak. Bring Cover
for
Cloak.
sure. He's got one Trick Room setter with Chandelure, which, I mean, to be fair, you're probably not going to be pulling off many Trick Rooms with Chandelure, but at least it gives him that option.
I mean, it enables Brute Bonnet, who like has a scary amount of attack, like that people sleep on. It
100%.
also enables Chandler itself, and Alchemy is pretty slow, so getting those slow decorates
Right.
can be really useful.
Right. I think this team kind of, to me, is like just a really strong core. Like every week, you're going to be like, how can I deal with Urshifu, Incineroar, Brute Bonnet? And then he's kind of got a few other options to kind of sprinkle in there.
Another thing is you can't like force yourself into Trick Room or Tailwind because his speed tiers are incredible.
Right.
Um, and you can't stall it out because Urshifu's there to break your protects.
100%. No, that's a really good point. I think the only like kind of weakness I see with this team is he's got kind of a fairy and a flying weakness. He doesn't have a single flying resist, as you can see here, and only two resists on the fairy. I would say that's the only thing that I can kind of see as like a big weakness.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Moonblast is going to be doing a lot. So I guess it's kind of expect them to bring a lot of Terra Steel, Terra Poison,
Right.
since we have the open Terra.
I agree. So what do you think as far as tier on this team right here?
Honestly. So Fairy is huge, like offensive typing, which is going to be a huge hindrance to his team, and you can't rely on Terra in that one match.
Right.
But I'm definitely, I would give it a, I think I want to say a low A.
I agree with A. I still think there's
Yeah.
like a few things that can kind of counter it, but it's still like a really good team. Like it's solid. You've got a ton of options.
The only thing like I would wish this team had was a solid steel type that could be a dedicated free switch in it to the inevitable
I
Moonblasts,
agree.
but
And
huge
because the
offensive
only two
project.
resists that you have with the fairy are Salazzle and Chandelure, which I
Yeah.
mean, Salazzle might come to a couple matches, but it's not going to be part of your like consistent
Mhm.
core.
Yeah. And are you really gonna put Chandelure on assault vest duty when it has
Exactly.
like it is a trick room user, Will-O-Wisp?
Agreed. All right, so we got that one in A tier. Let's see if we got Reckles here. The next one. Okay, so Reckles has got Rillaboom, Landorus. He's got some of the best VGC mons of all time. Like Landorus
Oh,
Therian
absolutely.
for years was like the goat of VGC. Dragapult, he's super fast, has always been there. Heatran is a mon that I've used before that I love. He's got great typing. This is a really solid core.
Oh yeah. And just Heatran and Landorus, those quad weaknesses, having access to Terra, like free Terra, and you don't know what that Terra is until you're in the match is so huge.
I agree. So he
Is it?
also has terrain control, which is nice. Rillaboom's always good for that. I mean, as far as grassy terrain, it's pretty much it. So
Yeah.
I like
Fortunately, this isn't Gen 7, so there's no extreme Evo boost going on.
True. I like that he got the mascot with the last pick with the Eevee. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
A couple of weaknesses I found with this team is the typing. He's got a lot of weaknesses. It's kind of the same thing with the last team. Fairy, he's got one
Yeah.
resist and it's Heatran. Steel, only one resist, and that's Heatran as well. Dark, one resist. So there's a lot of typings that he's got weaknesses to.
Yeah. And then you can almost perfectly ghost spam into this team because Skuntank isn't going to be brought to every single match. So, like, if you want to spec Shadow Ball into his team, it's kind of sitting at the free
Oh,
side.
100%. I agree with that. I also see there's no tailwind, so that's kind of a big thing. Speed control is going to be kind of tough for this team. His only two Trick Room setters are both ghost types, and neither of them are like kind of the bulky, slow mons that you really would kind of expect with Trick Room.
I mean, I've seen Mimikyu use Trick Room to some avail, but it's not like that's not always what Mimikyu wants to do.
Right. I also see fake out wise. It's obviously you have Rillaboom. He's a really good fake out user, but that's the only one.
Mhm.
There's no redirection, which is a big one for me. No Rage Powder, no Follow Me.
Um,
So I feel like this team does. It's got a really good core, one of the best Intimidate users. Rillaboom solid, good speed with Dragapult. But I'm thinking it might be like one of the lower teams for me.
yeah, it's certainly not a bad team because you're like having Rilla, Lando, Dragapult, and Heatran. Those are
Right.
just powerful. That's just a team right there. That's a
Right.
unit. You can bring that to every match, and you're going to perform well.
That's true. What tier are you thinking?
Um, I think I might want to give it a B because if you can
B.
play those four Pokemon really well, you're going to have like you're going to do well, and then like substitute picks with like Goodra, Mimikyu, Poltergeist,
Yeah.
like those can sub in when necessary.
Yep. I agree. Okay. We'll stick with B for now. All right. Next guy is Roy. Dude, this team is scary. I think right off the bat, Annihilate
Same.
Mousehold and Ninetales, Alola Ninetales, like we've all seen that core before, and they are like, even if you know what's coming, it's still so hard to stop.
Mm-hmm. Now, okay, I'm not familiar with VGC, so just to be completely transparent, this is my first time ever playing VGC.
Right.
Is Snowcloak banned?
I don't think so. I don't think there's any like abilities that are banned.
Okay, so that means we're hitting stone edges with 100% accurate moves against this Articuno.
Right.
Okay, I didn't know we're getting to that. That's crazy.
I'm like, here's the thing. I've seen VGC leagues with where they have Annihilate Mousehold. It's already tough off the bat. Like you go beat up with Mousehold onto the Defiant Annihilate, and then he gets the Rage Fist boost. You've got Ninetales who just sets up. Annihilate's already a bulky Pokemon, so when you get Ninetales out there setting up Aurora Veil, it just enables him more. You've got the Icicle Spear to get more Rage Fist boosts. So this is that just those three right there off the bat are three of the top, like a trio for me. That's really strong.
Yeah. The one thing that like slightly bothers me is Annihilate's weak to Ghost and Flying, and he doesn't have the best switch-ins for those typings.
Right? I agree with that.
That's that's one weakness to like the Achilles heel, if you will, of this
Gotcha.
team that I'm
Uh,
noticing.
one thing I do like too, he has three trick tailwind setters, which is really good. They're strong tailwind setters too. Kilowattrel is a really popular one.
Oh
Articuno
yeah.
has a lot of weaknesses, but at least when you can get him in there, that can help a lot. Flygon, I don't know how many times I've seen Flygon use a VGC, but at least it's just another guy you can add to it.
I mean, I'll sit down and watch. I look forward to seeing what Flygon has. I know Flygon gets Breaking Swipe, which
Yeah,
Breaking Swipe, Defiant, Annihilate, is that a thing? Could that be a thing?
it could be. I like Arcanine a lot. Arcanine's like a really underrated Pokemon. Ever since Incineroar came on the
Oh yeah.
scene, he doesn't get that usage, but in like Draft League, Arcanine's such a good Pokemon.
Oh yeah. Such a good move pool. So much like possibilities with that Mon, and just having Intimidate or Threatening Flash Fire because like
Yep.
having Flash Fire for this Ice Core so big,
Oh,
so
100%.
big.
100%. It's a really good switch in. Obviously, he's got Palafin in there too, which is just like another Mon you have to
Mhm.
worry about because like you have
Oh
to
yeah.
at least game plan for it a little bit because that thing can destroy your team if you don't like watch out for it.
Yeah, he can shut down those fire types or like those incoming fire types. Like people got to be mindful about it. Um, and I guess the biggest thing is maybe rock types in
Right.
this case. He has Annihilate as the main offensive threat, and I think Mousehole does get Seed Bomb. But for everyone else, rock could be pretty free. I guess Virizion also resists. Virizion and Flygon.
Gotcha. Virizion. This is a tough team, dude. I think it's got a lot of
Oh
different
yeah.
like every single mon I feel like has uses in different like areas. Even Venonat.
Mhm.
I don't know if you watch the
Oh
Wolfie
yeah.
Draft League. Venonat like popped off in that.
I've had my fair share of fighting Little Cup Venonat. It was not
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Dude, just compound out sleep powder in VGC with no sleep calls is already just
Oh
really
yeah.
good. The
Yeah.
one thing it doesn't have Trick Room, which obviously he's got one of the faster teams out here. I mean, he's got
Mhm.
6 Mons at around that 100+ range. So he's got a really fast team.
Yeah.
But sometimes maybe Trick Room teams could give him a little bit of trouble. He
Yeah.
doesn't have a
With
steel type.
Sylveon being the lowest.
Right, go ahead.
Yeah. Sylveon being the lowest speed, because like Venonat's not going to come to every single game. Sylveon has a higher chance of coming. That 60 base speed is not going to perform too well in the Trick Room, especially when steel types are the slower Pokemon,
Yeah.
averagely.
I also see no fake out. That's kind of a big one. Obviously, Annihilate is kind of a good Pokemon to counter fake out anyway because he can't be faked out. But not having it on your side could be kind of a hindrance.
It stops the mouse hold. I guess Terra Ghost mouse hold is going to be a thing,
Right. But then
but
you're using
or
your
Cobra
Terra right
Cloak.
away.
Yeah.
Right. Also, I feel like not a ton of bulk. If you look at the defense, they only have one Pokemon that's above 100 on the defense stat, and that's
Ooh.
Articuno.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when you go Snow Warning, Articuno, you're going to get the defense buff.
Oh yeah.
But then you've got a huge rock weakness. Ice type is one of the worst defensive typings, but at least it's another option there. What are you thinking about this team?
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be hyper offense. So when it comes to the battle, it's who's can you shut down the strategy before it gets set up?
Yep.
That's kind of the battle that we have to go into when we're facing Roy.
And to me, I kind of look at teams like when I'm ranking them, like how much do I not want to face this team? To me, this when I was like looking through the teams, this is like really high for me. I think this is an S because of how strong that
I,
core is. What do you
yeah,
think?
I didn't know about the Articuno strats until you opened my eyes to it,
Right.
and now that I'm seeing this team in the full glory that you presented. Yeah, this is an S team.
I
Like
think
that
it's
is
really good.
terrifying. I don't want to deal with that. I
Exactly.
don't want to fight that.
Mousehold is an really underrated Pokemon. Especially, it's just so good in VGC. It gets Follow Me. You know, you've got the Population Bomb, which just is so annoying. Annihilate's one of the best Pokemon in VGC. He just is always really solid. So I think this team has a
Mhm.
lot of options, and I really like it.
Absolutely.
All right, next team is Flame Emperor. All right. He got
The
Flutter Mane.
host,
Yes.
Fluttermane.
Go ahead. What do you think about this?
Fluttermane, Urshifu, Single Strike. You're
Yep,
not bringing Protect anymore. You got Volbeat with Prankster, Tailwind,
dude.
Magmortar, Redirect, Furret, Redirect.
Yep.
Um, let's see. Does Raichu get Follow Me?
Yes, he has 4
Uh,
Follow Me users because then you have Ogre
4.
Pond Cornerstone too.
I just went over Ogerpon. Gyarados with Intimidate or Moxie. So you've got
Yep,
to figure out what that set is.
exactly.
Magmortar Follow Me for the physical attackers
Right,
and has Thunderbolt on it. Duosion Trick Room is also just
100%.
another thing that's not.
I've seen people run
Yeah, this is
Flutter
a
Trick Room, like literally go min
true.
speed and like he's got Icy Wind. He has ultimate speed control. Flutter hits obviously one of the hardest hitting Pokemon ever. This team is dirty.
Oh, absolutely. I'm looking at the type chart. The only thing you can do is Ghost Spam. But if
Right.
he brings Furret, it's immune. And
Yep.
Urshifu single can actually take some Shadow Balls decently,
Right.
which is scary to think about.
Also, one thing that people don't really think about, which is a big deal in draft, is Frisk is one of the best abilities you can have. Because when you're going into game one, when we have these closed team sheets, just having a Frisk mon and knowing for later games, even if you drop game one, you have so much more knowledge compared to your opponent of what they're running. So I feel like that's a really good bonus on Furret. This is a really sick team.
Yeah, this is terrifying team to go up against.
I feel like it's one of the rare.
Pressure.
Go ahead.
No, it's just the offensive pressure plus the setup to make sure you can't, even though Flutter and Single Strike could be frail, there's so much redirect going on that you don't even get a chance to fight those Pokemon.
I agree.
Crazy.
I feel like this is one of the teams too where every Pokemon I feel like has a role. Like even Delosion for 1 point, like he helps against when you're playing against the Indeedee size spam teams. He's got Trick Room, like so many good things. I will say for negatives, he does have 2 fake out mons, but neither of them are probably mons that are going to be coming like every week. Like you might bring one every couple weeks. So I feel like maybe fake out's a small weakness. And the team does rely on Volbeat.
Berserker is just a little bit of a weird pick for me because I don't see what Berserker exactly synergizes with. It's kind of just there as an extra fake out, but its main thing is Steely Spirit, and none of these mons really are known for steel type moves. I think Gyarados might get Iron Head.
I think so. I don't know if Urshifu does get any steel moves or not.
Not that I know of off the top of my head.
I don't think so either.
So I'm just like, I'm not sure if Berserker's there for a type resistance for utility. It's still a good mon and it has good utility. It's just like I struggle to see where it fits on the team.
Right. I do think
not that it's like
they kind of what I was thinking. I mean, it's 4 points. Everyone pretty much needs a steel type. Like just having the ability to switch in and get that fake out is probably like it's situational depending on what matchup. I feel like that was kind of what they were thinking with Berserker.
Okay.
Like I was saying, this team, I feel like maybe one of the few weaknesses is it relies on Volbeat a lot. Because it really needs that tailwind, I feel like, to enable it. But then again, it still has such strong offense. Like I'm kind of like trying to pick hairs here with find weaknesses in the team because this is a really good team.
Oh yeah.
What do you think in tier wise?
Oh, definitely an S.
I agree.
Like this is,
dude.
I don't want to fight that.
Flutter is just the worst Pokemon to go against. Urshifu single strike, like going through the protects. It's just that's a really tough combo. You get the Prankster Tailwind, you're guaranteed to have good speed control. Really solid team.
Yeah. You can't sell out any of the stuff. It's just
exactly. All right, next team is Jacob. All right, what are you thinking about this?
Let's see. Whimsicott, amazing prankster Pokemon.
Right.
Did he run out of points at the end? He has 2 points remaining. I know Reggie Draco has a lot.
Sorry, I made a mistake on this one. This Hisuian Zorua is supposed to be Zoroark, and it was 2 more points, so he should have 0.
Okay.
But I accidentally had the Zorua on there.
He has Ludicolo Politoed for range strategy. Weavile is just a good Pokemon. Terrakions fast. His speed tiers are his speed tiers are a bit fast, so you can easily run Trick Room against him.
True. I will say, people don't realize a lot of times that Whimsicott actually gets Trick Room. So at least that's one counter. Like you bring Whimsicott, set the Tailwind, they go for Trick Room. You can pull off a Trick Room too, just to reverse it. I mean, we know like the strongest lead here is Whimsicott Regidrago. Like Dragon's Maw with the Prankster Tailwind, he's gonna hit really hard. He's got that second mode, like you said, with the Politoed, Ludicolo, Tentacruel. That rain mode's really strong. I even think that I'm looking at the right team. He's got Beat Up Terrakion. That's a really big one. Justified. That's a classic VGC run. So you got to be worried about that. I think that's one of the big reasons. True. Yeah. I was looking through the team earlier.
I see that third mode.
Yep.
Yeah, that third mode right there.
So they have a lot of different things that you've got to prepare for, which I think makes this team pretty good.
Yeah. I'm looking at his type chart.
Yep.
Water is a huge weakness of his. He has 3 resistance. 1 dies to freeze dry. The other 2 die to ice beam.
Gotcha. I didn't even realize that. You're
So
right.
any water type into this team is going to be putting in work.
Right.
The main thing he has to like fight it is probably Tentacruel.
Yeah.
Tentacruel is his best option there.
And Tentacruel is a good Pokemon, but as far as doubles, he can kind of fall behind because he's got like quite a few weaknesses. Ground types are obviously one of the most common types. He's got a big weakness there. His physical defense really isn't the best. So I can definitely see a weakness there. I also don't like drafting teams with a ton of quad weaknesses, and I do see that his team has 4 different quad weaknesses, which is kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. And then just like, it's a lot of strategies of 2, 2, and 2.
Right.
And so you kind of like, you want to fight in waves with this kind of team, but VGC doesn't always give you the opportunity, and I'm struggling to pinpoint. Oh, who is the third for this duo? Because the synergy is a bit off.
Yeah. Because like each week you're kind of going to be bringing, like you said, a duo, and then it's kind of like who's going to be that other Pokemon that's going to kind of just fit in, just to fill in those other spots. Another couple things I saw, there's no Intimidate, which is a really big deal when you're talking about VGC.
Oh, yeah.
The rain mode, as much as like you like to have the Politoed with the Ludicolo, Swift Swim, there isn't like a true like scary like sweeper. Like you don't have like a Basculegion. Normally we would have like Mega Swampert in our drafts, but there's no Megas because this is Reg F. So there's no, even if he gets the rain up, Ludicolo, obviously he'll be really fast. He's not going to hit the hardest. And so I feel like the rain mode could use like a little more like oomph behind it. And last thing is the physical bulk. This team does not have a single Mon at 100 base defense, which I feel like is a big deal.
Oh, yeah. That's a huge exploit. I almost want him to like drop Ludicolo Tentacruel and get Basculegion and another like budget Mon.
Right. I mean, he does have Hisui and Zoroark for Ghost, but like even with Basculegion, like I feel like it would fit on the team really well, and it hits like a truck.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. So
that's
what?
Really some stuff.
Right. I will say he does have Hisui and Zoroark. That's always a really annoying Mon just to like have in the back of your, like if he brings it on his like six team preview, even if it doesn't come, like just the threat in the back of your mind of knowing like, is this Zoroark or is this really the Pokemon I'm seeing is kind of a big bonus to this team.
True.
What are you thinking tier wise?
Really, we're looking at mind games and rock, paper, scissors.
Right.
That's kind of what we're looking at. But if you prep well, you're able to overcome it. And because the synergy is so like hard to mesh together, I kind of have to put it at a C. I'm maybe his battling skills would make me eat my words when we see it in the live thing, but just the synergy of the team is not doing it, and it's missing a lot of components that the VGC tier like demands, like Intimidate and Redirection.
Right. Okay, we'll go C for now. I personally think it's better than this team that we looked at, but we might be able to go back and review it after. But we'll keep these in the tiers that they're in for now and move on.
Okay.
All right, number 6. Polar.
Oh my god!
All right,
don't get me started on this.
All right, I'm getting you started. What you got?
Okay, first of all, Qianpao Dragonite.
Yep.
You got minus defense plus E-speed. Then you got Ogerpon, who can Terra,
right?
But can also follow me and hit with Choice Band Ivy Cudgels
100%.
with the Qianpao.
Yep. And Intimidate really doesn't do anything against this team either, because Dragonite, if he's running the Terra Normal, he's probably going to have Inner Focus. You've got Defiant on Ogerpon, so you don't want to give him the buff. So just that right there, Intimidate's kind of out on this team, which has insane physical attack.
Yeah. And I think Polar wanted to get this like slid under the radar. Metachan has a move called Skill Swap.
Yep.
Where it can swap Pure Power with all of these powerful physical attackers.
100%.
And that is the stupidest thing ever.
I'm honestly surprised. Right. I'm honestly surprised. I wouldn't have been surprised if he went for Slacking with like one of his last picks.
True. Oh my god.
That was a classic VGC strat. Another thing, his typing. I think he's the only person that has every single type covered except bug. Like that's insane. Just type coverage. That's huge. That's really hard to do in a draft format.
Okay, but like with this bug typing, I'm looking at it. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resists and 2 weaknesses.
Right.
Like Chien-Pao and Ogerpon's covered by like everything else on the team.
Yep. He's got Tailwind and Trick Room, which is really big. Obviously, Dragonite's not usually going to be a Tailwind setter, but he's got that option, Trick Room with Metacham. His team is relatively fast, I feel like, especially his like core. I mean, just Chien-Pao Dragonite, like every single week. Like when I was drafting, this was like the duo I was thinking when I'm drafting, like, can I stop that duo?
Mm-hmm.
It's just got crazy offense. I know. I don't know. I don't remember what week I faced him, but we're both in the same pool, and I'm pretty sure Polar is in our pool as well. So we're both gonna have to.
No,
yeah.
No, I didn't see that. I just know I'm fighting you. Yep. I didn't look ahead.
Yes.
No.
He does have 2 fake out users. Neither of them are particularly strong. I don't think either one is going to come very often. That might be one small weakness. He also has no Intimidate, which is kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a huge Ambipom stan. Ambipom Technician Fake Out goes crazy.
Yeah.
And its utility, it can King's Rock Tail Slap. So, because that's just legal.
Yeah. That actually is crazy.
So that's just some things to look out for.
Right. It's a little soft on the bulk side, maybe, is like if I'm picking hairs, he doesn't have any 100. But then again, he also like Dragonite and Glimbora are normally kind of bulky Pokemon. Golurk, Azumarill, huge HP. Like, man, this team's tough.
Also, that's Eviolite Magneton. So that 95 defense is going way up.
Right. You're right.
Also, Electro Web on that.
True.
So if he doesn't use Tailwind, he just has Electro Web.
And he has 4 Icy Wind users too. I didn't even realize that because none of these Pokemon you would normally think because they're kind of all physical attackers. But he has the option.
Not Icy Wind.
I had Golurk on my team last year, and I didn't realize he had Icy Wind. I think this is a really solid team. By the way. Right. Wait.
Does Ambipom Beat Up synergize with anything?
I don't know if he has a justified mod.
Weakness Policy Golurk.
That could be an option. He would have to give up Trick Room or something or Tailwind somehow. But
that is certainly
there you go. You gotta watch out for it. All right. Here's the thing too. Dragonite is a really annoying Pokemon. He has 2 of the best abilities in the game because Inner Focus is an insane ability in doubles. You know, you can't get faked out. You can't get intimidated. If he doesn't run like the Terra normal set, he could run multi-scale, make him a bulky Tailwind setter. Like this team, even though it has that super strong Chien-Pao Dragonite mode, still has options, which is what makes this team so good.
It's like the strategy, you got to throw your first match just to see what Polar's bringing.
Exactly, 100%.
Hope you win the next 2.
And you still have the Ogerpon with the Follow Me. Like this team's really strong.
Oh my God. Yes.
Are you thinking S or A?
Oh, absolutely. S. Chien-Pao Dragonite, this just like sends it straight up.
I agree. It's if something you know is coming and you still can't stop it, that just makes it an insane strategy. Which is kind of funny.
Type chart,
right,
those stats, like
it's a tough team.
It's good.
Yeah,
really good.
All right, next up, let's see. We got Wisp. All right. This is a really solid team too, I think. What are you thinking about her team?
Yeah. Side spam team.
Right.
Those are so fun to play against.
Yep. The one thing, it's Indeedee male, which maybe helps a little bit. But dude, this team is still solid. You've got the Prankster Tornadus is who she took first. I mean, that's always one of the best. It's the best Tailwind setter probably in the game. The only one that's close is Whimsicott. You've got the Iron Crown that works so well with the Indeedee. You got your Intimidate Pressure. You've got a couple Tailwind setters. You got a Trick Room mode. You've got your Intimidate with Crocodile. This is a really solid team.
And most importantly, that Fake Out with Indeedee.
Exactly.
You're totally getting that off.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to say.
It works on flying types. Works on flying types, though.
True. I was gonna say that might be the one of the weaknesses of the team is that the only fake out user is Indeedee, which is obviously pretty much never gonna even run fake out. So
Yeah, but you got the psychic terrain to stop priority
right.
and prankster tornadoes tailwind
Yep.
because
Yep. I think having
helps
wide
out.
guard and quick guard is kind of an underrated aspect too. I mean, a lot of teams don't have that. That she's got really support from basically everything. You've got the follow me with Electabuzz. This is just a really solid team.
Also, type chart's great, honestly. Like
Yeah,
it's really balanced. Little deficit on the ground type, but Hydreigon and Tornadus kind of are comfortable switching in on ground types.
right. Um,
So,
maybe this team I feel like needs setup. I feel like it can if you can stop the psychic terrain, whether you get like a slower terrain setter or like an ice spinner or something like that, it kind of becomes one dimensional. And a lot of these mons need like setup to get going. Like Tornadus is not an insane attacker. Iron Crown without the psychic terrain isn't going to hit nearly as hard. And so, other than that, I feel like there's not that many like Pokemon you're like terrified of. Would be one of the only weaknesses for me.
yeah. I will say, like, a sleeper thing is competitive Empoleon.
Right?
It can be huge for the Intimidate.
Yep.
Unfortunately, there she doesn't have a lot of physical threats that warrant Intimidate being brought, which kind of sucks.
Agreed.
But if somebody's not paying attention, Empoleon could pop off.
It's true. What are you thinking on tiers here? I'm thinking this is just like a solid A tier for me.
Yeah, I give it an A. I mean, Side Spam's strong. Got a crook in the back.
Right. It's just a solid team. It's another one of those duos, like, you know the size coming, but can you stop it is really the key to beating that team. All right, next up, we've got Lancis. This is probably the most interesting team of the draft, in my opinion. What do you think about it?
I'm looking at that type chart.
Right.
That's so much red on there.
There's so
I will
much
say,
going on.
I love every single one of these Pokemon.
Yeah.
Besides Iron Moth, but that's just because it's a high tier Pokemon.
Yeah.
But like every other Pokemon, I love these mons.
Yeah, these are just solid mons. Like, I don't know if they made their first two picks, the Primarina Trevenant, I immediately thought of Wolfie Draft League. I mean, those were like his two core mons that he used to take him. He ended up in the finals. But here's the thing with this team. To me, it's kind of a pilot team. How well can it's a high skill ceiling team. If someone isn't like a great VGC player, I feel like this team's going to be really hard to win games with. But if they are like locked in and a really solid player, this could be a really good team.
Oh yeah, it's also like slightly gimmicky in a way because there's so much knowledge checking happening on this team. Of like Como, Hydrapple, Primarina, Toxtricity, and him on top. They have some insane coverage moves. I don't know how much of it was revoked in Scarlet and Violet, but like the move pool is wide.
Yep.
Tinted Lens or Sheer Force, Hisuian Braviary, you don't know which one's being brought.
Right.
And that's just going to be a big thing. I just remembered something. Is Round in the game?
Round?
Round.
Honestly have no idea.
So the thing about the move Round, because I noticed he has a lot of sound-based Pokemon.
Yeah, that was kind
so
of
it does
his thing.
60 base power. 60 base power, and if it's used again, it becomes 120 base power.
Really? Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yes. And so we're looking at potential Throat Spray Round users. This is...
Yeah.
I remember watching this strategy before, and it goes crazy. It's a bit gimmicky, but it can be very, very scary if you're not prepared for it.
Right. I mean, this team's solid. I think one advantage, too, is it is really tanky. Like, this is a bulky team. Like, even the attackers, like Primarina, Toxtricity, Glastrier, those are like Skeledirge even. Those are attacking Pokemon, but they can take hits really well. He's got two modes. You've got your Tailwind with Braviary, or you've got your Trick Room with Trevenant, which is really nice. It's a really flexible team, but it doesn't, to me, have like one powerhouse Pokemon. Like, I feel like every other team we've looked at, you're like, I am terrified of that Pokemon. Like, this team might not have that.
Like Iron Moth you can take.
Yeah.
It has clear weaknesses. But I will say this is the first team that I've seen like this many green stats in the
Yeah.
average stats,
I think
which
it
is
helped.
crazy for how many low tier mons.
True. I think it helps you. They've got two dragon types, a steel type, a fairy type. Like, those are just Pokemon with like just solid typings. A ghost type. But
Yeah, he got
also,
both cores going.
go ahead. Go ahead.
He just has both cores going. The water, fire, grass, and
Yep.
oh wait, he doesn't have fairy type. Never mind.
The fairy is
Smith has fairy.
Primarina.
Oh, right. Fairy Dragon Seal. Yeah.
Yep.
He got both cores going on.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, this is just like a really solid team of just all decent to really good mons. Not a single one where you're like, that mon sucks, but also not a single mon where you're like, that's a terrifying mon. All right, so what are you thinking tier wise?
Okay. So one of the things is he doesn't have that Pokemon that's like, oh shoot, I got a hard prep for this.
Right.
And so it's like, but everything's super, super good on his team. So
Yep.
I'm like, I can't decide between low S, high A. It's hard.
Here's my thing. I was thinking kind of B, because to
B?
me, this team is so hard. But since you said A or S, we'll probably go low A. This team is like the most difficult to predict because there are so many ways that team can go in any battle that I feel like the trainer is really like the deciding factor of how good it's going to be.
Yeah. Okay, definitely looking now that I'm looking at this type chart, it's gonna be very, very tedious. There's no dark type, which
Right.
Prankster gets to just go all over this
Yep.
squad. Yeah.
They only have one fake out user, which is obviously Hitmontop's a great fake out user. You got the Intimidate too, but only having one there can sometimes suck. Yeah, Hitmontop's carrying a lot of the load here. He's your only wide guard, quick guard as well. And there's also no redirection, which I think is a really big deal when you have such a slow team.
Okay. Now that I'm kind of like cutting through the colors, because like all these Pokemon are super overwhelming in their own right,
Yeah,
and now I'm like trying to look at their synergy. I definitely see where you are with that B.
so you thinking B tier now?
Yeah, because
Okay.
before it's just like the overwhelmed feeling of each Pokemon has something individual to bring to the table.
Yeah, I agree.
But then I got to get out of the single mindset.
Yeah,
I'm a huge
no.
singles player.
Yep.
But now looking at doubles, and I'm like thinking about these Pokemon next to each other, are they going to do well?
Agreed. It's like I said, it's a really cool. I love this. It's really cool. But it's this team, like this guy. If he's a really good pilot, he could win like the whole thing. That's how good this team is. But I just feel like the skill gap is huge.
Yeah. But I really do look forward to watching him play with this team.
Oh, 100%. I agree. It's a really cool team. I love it when people draft like this style. He had that kind of like late surge where he kind of wanted to get all your value picks out early. I think that was really cool. All right. Next one is Venti? No. Let me see. This is Shamal.
Shamal.
Yes, sorry. Okay. What do you think about this team?
Okay. It's Trick Room Sun team.
Yep.
Which that's just two modes right there.
Yep.
Ursaluna, huge physical threat.
100%.
Roaring Moon, huge physical threat. Walking Wake, amazing in Sun. Venusaur's Chlorophyll goes crazy.
Right.
Dusknoir backup Trick Room on. Scrafty Intimidate. Farigiraf stops the priority. And Hyflosion is just there for the thrill of things.
Right. You pretty much nailed it all. I mean, like you said, this team has like two modes, but they're kind of together. Like you've got your Trick Room Sun team, like you've got Torkoal or Saluna. You want to set up the Sun. Farigiraf is one of the best Trick Room setters, but then you've also got the Tailwind with Roaring Moon. I feel like pairs really well with Typhlosion. Like you get the Tailwind, you got those eruptions going crazy. You've got the Venusaur with the Chlorophyll, like you said. If you run Sleep Powder on that, like, oh my gosh, that's so annoying if you're hitting those. This is a solid team.
Yeah. However, the type chart, 2 ground weaknesses, no resistance, no immunity.
I agree.
2 flying weaknesses, like a lot of things you can pinpoint and exploit. There's no fairy type on here, and for having like 2 powerful dragons,
right, 2 quad weaknesses as well.
Yeah. And just oh wait, that's 3 months weak to fairy,
Right.
2 quad weak.
Yeah,
And
your only
you're
fake out mon and your only tailwind mon are both quad weak to fairy.
yeah. So you're like relying on Venusaur or like would I even consider Assault Vest Hisui and Typhlosion for
Yeah,
that
no, for
matchup?
real. This is a tough team. Torkoal obviously is just really solid. I mean, you have to Torkoal and Ursaluna offensively in Trick Room are so dirty, like they're so hard to stop. But this team
Mhm.
feels like you know what to plan for every week. Like Torkoal's coming every single week, whether it gets brought to each match, you don't know, but you're either going Trick Room or Tailwind, and you're going to try and get Torkoal or Ursaluna in there to do a ton of damage. So I
Yeah.
feel like maybe
And like
that. Go ahead.
oh no, please continue.
So I feel like maybe that, with as far as draft, when you can be a little more predictable, is maybe a little easier to plan for. But as far as it's still a really strong core, so even if you know what's coming, it's still hard to stop.
Yeah. For this team, I really just like any coach facing this. If you have freeze dry, moonblast, and knockoff, those are the 3 moves you want to bring into this team.
Yeah.
Because those 3 moves like body.
Right. If this team, like if you're bringing Ursaluna, you pretty much have to get Trick Room up with it, I feel like. And when you have no redirection, it's kind of a big deal. I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
sometimes, like if you can get that Ursaluna out before that Trick Room gets up, like that's a huge one.
I wish this coach the best of luck if they got to face those Urshifus.
Right. No, 100%. Urshifu is a really big counter for this team.
Mhm.
What do you think in tier wise?
So its offense is amazing,
Yeah.
but the defense of it is so brittle
Right. There's not
that
much type diversity. Yeah.
I think I'm kind of looking at a B.
I was thinking the exact same thing. It still has such a strong core that, like, if you can't stop them from getting up Trick Room or Tailwind, you're going to lose. But if you're able to stop them from getting that set up, I think there's big counters for what they have.
Yes.
All right, that was a good one.
Just like
All right. Next up is this Rolling?
rolling.
The GOAT.
Yep.
All right, what you got on
Goat.
Rolling's team?
All right. First of all, Amogus, amazing redirector, one
Yep.
of the best VGC
So
mons
annoying and so
from what I've
good.
seen. Tornado Starion, who's always fun. Regenerator.
Yeah.
Regenerated cores, just Amogus and
Exactly.
Torn.
You can literally lead both
Uh,
of them, switch them both out after they've taken hits, and they're back at full health.
he got Duraludon Stalwart in the back.
Yep.
Gouging Fire, sleeper pick
Dude.
with Prankster Thunderous, who has Sunny Day.
Yep. I was so surprised
Uh,
Gouging Fire fell that far because Gouging Fire is just a
yeah.
really good mon.
hmm Houndstone can use Last Respect in this format.
Yes.
Nothing to look out for.
Yep.
Vaporeon got Wish and Scald. Mabosteve is a sleeper mon. I mean, you're not switching much in this format, but
Right.
Mabosteve still has Intimidate. Guard
Yep.
Dog, which I don't remember what it does off the top of my head, but I know it's really
I
pretty
don't either.
decent.
I know it and Okidoki have it, but I forget because I've not faced those mons that much.
Because no one uses it, and I want to see it be used.
I feel like if Mabostive's coming, most of the time it's going to be Intimidate, but it has that stakeout too is nice to have.
I think Guard Dog does something with like Intimidate, like interaction with
Right.
Intimidates. And then Clefable, just the ultimate utility mon.
Yep, 100%.
Like
it's one of the best redirect. I mean, he's got maybe the 2 best redirectors in the whole game with Clefable and Amoonguss.
Oh yeah.
This is a really solid team. As far as bulk, it's one of the bulkiest teams. I mean, Amoonguss has great bulk with amazing defensive typing. Clefable's the same. Skarmory, crazy physical bulk. Vaporeon, Mudsdale, even Gouging Fire's got great defensive typing. Duraludon, you throw the Eviolite on there. Like, 2 best redirectors, a lot of immunities too. I don't know if you can like notice this, but the amount of zeros on this chart is, I feel like, more than most.
Oh yeah, definitely. One of the big things I do notice, so Rolling doesn't have Trick Room setters, but he does have
Agreed.
Tailwind setters. But then you look at his speed tiers. This is one
It's a
of
slow
the
team.
best speed tiers.
Yeah,
Um, like 121 top and 30 bottom.
100%.
Like
Like you, even though he doesn't have Trick Room, you don't want to set Trick Room against this team because Amoonguss, if he goes min speed, is going to underspeed everything besides Torkoal.
yeah, and if he goes like full offensive Mudsdale, and you set that Trick Room up for him,
Right.
Mudsdale going crazy.
100%. And Mudsdale pairs really well with both of his top mons. They're immune to Earthquake. Like, those are really good, solid duos. I will say, it's very set up and support heavy, this team, I feel like. There's not a whole lot of like really powerful offense. Gouging Fire is a really strong offensive mon, but again, you kind of want to set up with it. And so I feel like having Clefable and Amoonguss can be a little bit redundant with that much bulk. So I feel like that might hold it back just a little bit.
Yeah. The other thing is the battle of like making Thundurus utility versus a breaker Pokemon.
Right.
Because you're in a need for breaker Pokemon, but Thundurus also has so much utility for your other Pokemon. It's being pulled in all different directions and it doesn't know which one it wants to choose.
And having no Fake Out on this team is probably a big deal. Mm-hmm. And so you're probably going to lose the Fake Out battle. You only have one Ghost type, so you only have one Pokemon immune to Fake Out. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I do think this is a solid team, but I think there's a few holes in it.
Yeah. I will say they also do have to respect Burning Bulwark on Gouging.
Oh, yeah. 100%. So what are you thinking tier-wise?
Let's see. Okay. First, I want to notice that huge fire weakness, one of the biggest fire and ice weakness, two of the best offensive typings.
Agreed.
And then rock. Yeah. It's also big.
Yeah, because then you got your Rock Slide spam. There's a ton of ice. Like, ice is one of the best offensive typings. Your only resistance is Vaporeon, Vaporeon's a good mon, but it's probably not going to come often over Amoonguss and Clefable, who are your kind of your bulky Pokemon.
Vaporeon is on, like, overtime. With Duraludon takes neutral. Ice is huge into this team.
Right.
Oh, God.
And your top two picks, like Tornadus and Amoonguss, are both weak to ice. And Thundurus, who's one of your...
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Fire also messes this team up with Gouging being the only resistance.
Yep.
Oh, and Vaporeon. So yeah, that puts a lot of strain on them.
Right.
Like, I'm teetering between A and B right now.
I personally lean B just because I feel like the team is really bulky, but I feel like sometimes if you can stop Gouging Fire against that team, you might be able to have a little more consistency. But if you are thinking A, then I can put this team A because it is still really solid. Like, Amoonguss Spore just alone is a really solid option.
Yeah. I think... Okay, let me see if we have an A real quickly.
That was Wisp and Bird.
Bird. Do we see Rolling performing well alongside Wisp and Bird, or do we see him performing well alongside our B tiers?
This would be Flancis, I think, is in here, or am I wrong? Forget the names on some of these. Which one is this one? This one's Shamal, which is the Ursaluna Torkoal core.
Mm-hmm. But we not knock that down because of defenses.
Right. And then you've got, who's this one? Reckles, which is your Rillaboom, Landorus Theory, and Dragapult Heatran.
Yeah, and we also had the thing with the defenses.
Right.
I think the theme of if we're giving someone a B tier, it's because they're not covering up their weaknesses.
Exactly, I agree.
So I think that might be the same thing in Rolling's case, as he does not have the best resistances to some of the strongest offensive typings.
Right. So you're thinking B?
And yeah, because Vaporeon has to do so much overtime to support its fellow Pokemon.
I agree.
But there could be a chance Vaporeon isn't brought to a game because it's a great Pokemon, but it's also still kind of a low-tier Pokemon.
I agree. Yeah, no, he's got a really solid team, but I feel like Gouging Fire is carrying a little bit too much of the offensive load for me to
Mm-hmm.
put it in all the way up in A.
Yeah.
All right,
Gaijin
let's.
Vaporeon just like has team on their shoulders.
Yeah, agreed. All right, next up is Zach. All right, I've done a lot of battles with Zach as well. We kind of see the same thing. We've got the solid core here. What do you think about this?
It's another psychic spam team because
Yep.
this one he got to be female.
Right. Yeah,
Um,
that was his first round pick. I mean, I get it. That's one of the best draft mons there is.
Now, so we were actually sitting in call and talking about Zach's team, and one of the things people brought up is why does he have Gambit on a psychic search team? Because that seems really counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I was sitting there pondering for a bit, and I'm like, what's Gambit's weakness? Fighting types.
Right. Yep.
Every single one of these Pokemon deals with Gambit or like Gambit's weakness, so it indirectly enables Gambit. It may not
Absolutely.
always be able to like send off sucker punches, but you've eliminated the chance of fighting types being a strong
I
pick
agree.
into this team, and the coverage is also like hard to bring.
Yep. And with King Gambit, like if you don't have the Psychic Train, normally you're super scared, but at least Gambit has that sucker punch when you don't have it up to where it's still
Mhm.
got a huge threat.
Yes. Then we also got to deal with Sharpness Gallade. Like that could be
Yeah.
Agility Gallade and Psychic Terrain.
Yep.
Sneasler Psychic Seed. Tinkaton's just a great Pokemon.
Yes.
Frank
Best
Frank
typing in the game.
Sakani. True. Gothitelle, Shadow Tag.
Oh, that's such annoying. And here's the thing: Gothita has 3 abilities I feel like that are useful in draft. Everyone's gonna expect
Yes.
Shadow Tag, but you can bring it Frisk and just again, like I said, with the items, competitive. If a team's got Intimidate heavy, you got that competitive set. Now you've got an offensive Gothita.
You got competitive. You got Defiant. Truthfully, if you're bringing Intimidate into this team, you
Oh yeah, you
you
can't.
need to go back to the team. You need to go back to the builder.
100%. 100%. It's also tough.
um,
When he was picking his 4th pick, I was talking to him and I was like, dude, you have to take Sneasler. This Sneasler and DDF are like made for each other. That's such a good combo.
mm-hmm.
Because then you put on the
It's
Psychic
gonna show.
Seed, he's got the Unburden, he's going to outspeed pretty much everything that doesn't have the Prankster Tailwind, and he hits like a truck.
And like quick segue to the type chart. So Zach has a huge ground weakness. Sneasler
Yeah.
is part of this, but Sneasler is one of the few Pokemon that like really benefit from going Terra flying with acrobatics.
100%.
Like you can sink Terra to Sneasler quite often.
Yep. This team also has a lot of really. He's got 4 fake out mons. I know you're going to have the Psychic Train a lot of times, but having that much option on fake out's huge. He at least has 1 Tailwind set in Cottony. I know Cottony's like obviously super frail, but just having Prankster Tailwind's really nice. But Trick Room, he's got a huge Trick Room mode. 4 Trick Room setters. He's got really good mons as far as speed. 4 Hatchery's great in Trick Room. King Gambit's good in Trick Room. Like that's a really solid speed control team.
I'll say one of my favorite Cottony sets is literally Focus Sash, Tailwind, Endeavor.
Oh, absolutely. That's such a good set. Also, one thing people might not see, you've got Cottony with Beat Up, and you've got Justified Gallade. That's always something you got to watch out for.
Did not know that.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see that either.
100%. That's another just mode that I don't even know if Zach saw it when he was drafting it. He probably did, but that's a tough mode. He's got wide guard and quick guard. That's a really hard. Like a lot of people don't have both of those. He's got a lot of snarlers. He's got everything covered. You got Follow Me with Indeedee. Hatcherny is a great bulky mon. Is great in Trick Room. This is a really solid team.
Yeah. And he has Follow Me, but he also has Ally Switch with some of his Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I didn't even realize that.
Wait, unless they took Ally Switch out of this game. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't think so. But maybe.
That might...
Are you looking it up?
This might be like an actual like...
Alright, you gotta look it up then. Because now I gotta know. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Let's see, Ally Switch. Okay, Ally Switch is legal in this format.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, we do have SP.
Gotcha.
This is also a great opportunity to look at Guard Dog.
Yes, go ahead.
Immune to Intimidate.
Yes.
If intimidated, they gain +1 attack and cannot be forced to switch out.
Gotcha. So it's almost like
Okay.
Defiant a little bit as far as in
Yeah.
doubles. Yeah, that's a really good ability in doubles.
Yes.
So obviously, the core of this team is insane. Like pretty much, he's bringing in DD every week. King Gambit is just an elite Pokemon. Sneasler's great with Psychic Terrain. Hatcherene, you got your Trick Room. You still have your Tailwind modes with Cottony. I will say, a couple of weaknesses. This team only has one Intimidate user, and it's Scraggy. I love Scraggy, but he's probably not going to be coming very often. It's a little bit predictable too. Like this is a team where you know exactly what your job basically in this is to stop Trick Room and to stop the Psychic Terrain. If you can stop those things from happening, you've got a much better chance of defeating it. And the last weakness I noticed is there's a physical defense deficiency. Most of his top mons are all really weak on the physical side. He's got decent special bulk because he's got a lot of psychic mons. His only mon with decent defenses is King Gambit.
Yeah, and Gambit doesn't want to be taking hits.
Exactly.
Another thing I've noticed: Flamethrower, incredibly free into this team.
Yeah.
Ground type moves like Earthquake specifically.
Yes.
Is going to go crazy into 100%. This team.
He's going to have to be running Air Balloon on Sneasler a lot, honestly. Or like you said, the Terra Flying.
Yeah. Or both.
Yeah, exactly. No, I do think this is a solid team, a little bit predictable, but Indeedee F is one of the best draft mons. Sneasler's really, it's just a solid team.
Yes.
What do you think in tier wise?
I'm thinking A, because we can identify these weaknesses, but it's really overwhelming.
Yes, absolutely. He's got just a really solid core. Even though you know what's coming, it's still hard to stop. I agree with A. All right, next up, we got Venti. All right, what are you thinking?
All right. So first thing, Goldango, amazing Pokemon. Wellspring, one of the best redirectors, and since it can Terra, it just gets even better.
100%.
Orthworm has Shed-Tail. It's a slow Shed-Tail user too, which is normally just superior.
Yeah.
Mienshao, Fake Out, Murkrow, who for when Venti got this, I feel like it's a crime.
I know.
It's such a good VGC
mon. It's so good. It's one of the, for 12 points to get a Tailwind Prankster mon like that, who also actually can hit hard, unlike like your Illumise and Volbeats. It's a really solid mon.
Oh yeah. Tinglu just eats for days, as well as Corviknight.
Yep.
Superior. Superior is a great singles mon. I feel like it struggles in doubles.
Yeah.
Not gonna front.
The only thing I can maybe see is like trying to pull off like a Follow Me with like Wartortle or Ogerpon to try and get off like Leaf Storms would be the only thing I could see. But it's at least at like a bulky mon.
Mm-hmm. Now, Colossal and Wartortle, I'm only thinking of one clip that I learned about, I kid you not, 2 days ago.
Yep.
Wolfie VGC.
Oh yeah.
Gigantamax, Colossal,
that was a wave. Wartortle. That was the wave back in the day. I don't know how good Colossal's going to work now, because obviously he kind of almost required Gigantamax to be able to like accomplish that. I still think it could pull off some stuff. Like you got a Heat Wave user, a mon that like if someone's wanting to set up Trick Room, you can get out there that's real slow. And Rock Slide is always nice in doubles.
Oh yeah. Now, if I'm looking at the type chart, Fire is kind of rough into this team. So many higher tier mons are weak to Fire.
Yeah, his last 2 picks are the only ones that have resistance and immunity, and really Wartortle and Colossal are just not going to be coming very often.
Yeah. Electric. So Electrics really dominate. It's a really good typing in singles.
Yep.
In doubles, it doesn't actually perform as well because the Pokemon are typically frail.
Yeah.
So at least like that's a pretty decent weakness to like have. It's not the best, but you can make do with that. And then the fighting type is pretty big, with Goldango being the only resist or immunity.
Yep.
But most fighting types have knockoff.
It's true. I will say, I don't know if we've mentioned strong enough how good of a core though that Goldango and Ogerpon is. Like just that by itself is to me one of the best duos that exists, because like Ogerpon, he's got the neutral from the fire attacks. Like he soaks up hits really well. And one thing I don't think we mentioned, Goldango Murkrow in VGC is a really good combo because you've got the Make It Rain, but then Murkrow has Prankster Haze. So you can just
I
crank
didn't know. Oh
yeah,
my
you can
god.
just crank out your Make It Rains. And if you can't like knock Goldengo out, well, sometimes they'll run Sash or sometimes they'll just go Choice Scarf. And that's a really hard combo to stop. You've got Tinglu
Oh, that's
Earthworm
crazy.
could like I mean I know Tinglu doesn't have the best offense, but he can just like throw out Earthquakes without and just keep healing Earthworm. Ian Shao's a tough Pokemon to stop. You know, it's a good lead with Fake Out. You can switch out, get your Regenerator boost. Um, you've got a couple Fake Out users, 2 different Tailwind users. So this team's got good speed control. And Goldengo to me it's one of maybe top 5 best mons in all of BGC. Like it's just so good.
Oh yeah. You know, there can be a very good argument for Venti bringing a choice band max attack Tinglu, and
100%.
nobody's going to be upset with it.
Right? I
Like,
agree.
no, I didn't see the synergy. Like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All that strategy, dude.
The only thing that does kind of stink, he has a lot of slow Pokemon and no Trick Room. But to be fair, none of his slower Pokemon really have a lot of offenses. I'd say that's maybe the only one of the few weaknesses is outside of Goldengo and Ogerpon, there's not a lot of offensive threats. Maybe Mian Shao you're kind of scared of, but he's so frail that he's kind of easy to kill. So I feel like if you can get Goldengo and Ogerpon and defeat them, I feel like he doesn't have a ton past that.
Yeah, the speed tiers aren't like as bad. I mean, Superior being at 113 isn't the worst. Obviously, you
Yeah.
kind of want to have at least something near the 120s to like really dominate in speed. But
Yes.
like Trick Room hard to run against the squad, and it's just gonna carry a solid battle, especially with the Murkrow Tailwind going on.
Right. I think this is a really solid team. It's really hard to
Absolutely.
rank because I think the top duo is like S tier, but the rest of the Mons I feel like kind of can fall off. Murkrow's really good, but not a ton of offense. What are you thinking?
Yeah. I mean, I'm so good with high A or low S. Just 'cause even though Goldengo Wellspring is just huge combination, the
Yeah.
fact that Ting Lu can be enabled with, let's see, what is it, 110 base attack and have so many things it can work with,
Yes.
like I think that's just a crazy strategy. And Ting Lu just doesn't die.
100%.
You know,
I
Mienshao has
go ahead.
coaching. Mienshao has coaching
True.
for
I
Ting
didn't even
Lu.
think about that. I did not think about that coaching boost. Yeah, that's a really good another mode with Mian Xiao. I would lean A for me because it's another one of those teams. Like I said, the top 2 is one of the best duos. I do think there's a little bit lack of offense on the back end, but it's still a really solid team. So I think A is fair. I don't think it quite has like the all around nature of these top S tier teams,
Yeah.
but really solid team
I
from
think
Venti.
I think yeah, Goldango's just the main breaker, and it's like
Yeah,
you can handle Goldango.
right.
There's ways to.
All right, my team. I will defer to you on pretty much everything on this team. I'll give you maybe like a quick synopsis of like what I was thinking. First pick,
Okay.
I've never ran Ogerpon Hearthflame, but I hate playing against him. So I was like, you know what? He's a great. What I was looking for is flexibility. I didn't want like a single like rain team, sun team, site spam team. I just wanted a bunch of flexibility where I kind of had a coverage for everything. So I was like, Ogerpon Hearthflame can hit like a truck. He can run follow me. Ursaluna Blood Moon, I was so surprised fell to the second round because that is just such an insane Pokemon. Like, if you let this thing get in Trick Room or Tailwind and start like getting off Blood Moons or Hyper Voices or even Earth Power, he obviously with Mind's Eye, he can hit everything. And then the rest of the core kind of is built around supporting them. I just wanted a team that just felt well rounded. But what do you think about this team?
I mean, I love it. I'm like looking for all the Easter eggs of other things that can be brought.
Yeah.
You have grassy terrain on Thwacky, so
Right.
that's terrain control, and you don't have to worry about ground type moves as much, which kind of weirdly clears things up for Bisharp and Sandy Shocks, which they actually like.
Yeah.
Things I like was looking into is Drifblim has Sunny Day, which can enable your Sandy Shocks.
Right. I think Grimmsnarl has Prankster Sunny Day as well, I believe.
Star doesn't get Sunny Day.
He does not. All right, I am dumb. Don't listen to me.
Don't feel bad. I like fact checked this like 5 seconds ago.
There you go. That's smart. I think I was probably thinking of like Misty Terrain or something like that. But anyway.
Probably. Grimmsnarl is just an amazing Pokemon. Prankster
Yeah.
can't be taunted, or Prankster taunt.
Yep. Yeah, I was so
Bisharp is an
surprised that
absolutely
Grimmsnarl
amazing
fell to
Pokemon.
5th round as well. Like I was looking at Grimmsnarl 3rd round, and I was like, maybe I can get Meowstic. Were you the one that took Meowstic?
Yeah.
I was looking. I was like, listen, I kind of want Meowstic, but even if Meowstic is taken, I take Grimmsnarl. But you ended up getting it, so I had to sell it for Grimmsnarl, who's a great Pokemon. But Meowstic just had that value anyway.
Yeah. And one of the best things about having Bisharp is when I look at Hearthflame, I look at Salamence. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to bring Intimidate because those things are too much of physical threats. But now you got the Bisharp to keep that in check, so I
I
have to be
agree.
so careful.
That's what I was going for.
Blood Moon, amazing, and its weakness is fighting and grass. Those are the main fighting, grass, and water. Salamence is the perfect switch in for that.
Right.
It's so good. And Salamence can be built so bulky. And the Blastoise is just a good Pokemon in general.
Dude, I did not realize how much of everything that Blastoise got for doubles until I was like looking at drafting him. He gets like Icy Wind, he gets Follow Me, he gets Life Dew for heal support.
Life Dew, yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Like,
Shell Smash if you ever wanted to like set up and go offensive. Like he's got everything.
hey, we did mention there's a team where you can body with water moves. So
Right? He's got
that's
Wave
the Blastoise
Crash.
game right there. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's a solid one.
Yeah. Like, right now, looking at your type chart, very, very nice. I mean, two huge offensive threats, but
Hey, don't hold
your
back on the
woes are
negatives.
Blastoise and Bisharp.
Don't hold back. Give me whatever you're thinking. I know. Here's the thing. I only have 9 Mons, which is kind of a weakness. I'll admit that. There's a lot of types I don't have covered, but I feel like at least I have one of every one of the kind of good types. The Firewater Grass Core, I was really trying to get early. I at least got a decent Steel type and a decent Fairy Dragon.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like, your two weaknesses are major, and you don't have the best resistance. Fortunately for the ice one, Blastoise can put in work as well as Bisharp if you EV like that.
Yeah.
Your fairy weakness is not forgiven because it's Ogerpon who's kind of covering up for you there.
Right.
And you're not switching Ogerpon into those fairy moves.
Yeah.
You're sacking for that Ogerpon switch in.
Right.
But no, this is amazing. So many knockoffs, so many Tauntmons. You got Speed Control, you got Tailwind with the Drift Blim, with Unburden, or Flare Blues, whatever you want.
Right.
It even goes Trick Room, too. It's like, okay, Drift Blim has a lot of utility. That's
Dude,
just
100%. That's why late I was like, what can I get? I needed Ghost. I needed a Trick Room Mon. I was like, what? And Drifblim was right there for only 8. I feel like 8 points is pretty good value for Drifblim.
Oh, yeah. And this is very, very niche. But so you have beat up Bisharp, you can just slap a King's Rock on that and just sit back.
That is a good idea. I never even thought about that, but that is a good idea.
So because you have Stab beat up from Bisharp, and you have Hearthflame, Salamence, and Grimmsnarl. So is that 135, 120, and 120 attack.
Yeah, 100%. So what tier? Obviously, I'm not going to have any input on this, so I will just defer to wherever you want.
Look, just with Ogerpon and Ursaluna, I've seen what those things have done in VGC. You combo it with the Salamence, and Bisharp is such a sleeper mon with Brimstone support. How do I break that? Even when I'm clicking Moonblast,
right?
I'm not confident. Blood Moon has surprisingly good like natural bulk.
Oh yeah, physically,
is my Moonblast really breaking?
It has insane physical bulk. Not the most bulky on the special side, but huge physical.
Yeah. So even if I'm clicking Moonblast, am I actually breaking something?
Yeah.
I gotta give it an S.
Oh my! I honestly was not expecting that.
No, this is a terrible. Maybe it's just my own fear of Ogerpon Hearth.
Yeah.
Because like you know it's annoying mon. I've been on the receiving end of that too many times.
Bear, I think I don't remember when, but I think I faced Barry one time, like when I was doing the gym challenge, And dude, Ogerpon like
Mm.
rocked my world. I was like, what is this thing? Because if he
No,
Terras with
I
that fire, he can one shot mons that resist.
Yeah. There was a long phase when I really didn't understand how Mold Breaker works. I knew it ignored abilities, but I didn't know how it ignored abilities. And like I have competitive or like I have Marvel Scale Milotic. I have like a bunch of stuff going into this Ogerpon. I'm like,
Yep.
why is it doing so much damage?
Yep.
Oh my god. I just knowledge checking is like crazy. It your team's just too scary. The hyper offensive pressure is just, and I just see some things in the your lower tier picks that like scare me.
Yep. All right. Well, I appreciate that. All right. Let's see what Bacon Lovers got. This is a really cool team. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I love it. Bacon Lover is one of my buddies from
Okay.
like
I didn't know that.
he's been my friend since kindergarten.
Oh, nice.
Kindergarten. So we go way back.
That's cool.
And like he's not as like major into Pokemon as I am, but he's a very fast learner and super intelligent person.
Gotcha.
So like he learns super fast.
That's cool.
But this is a very especially offensive team, and
Yeah.
it's terrifying because he gets the Chi-Yu
Yep.
with Bundle Regieleki backup,
Yep.
Iron Leaves, who's also getting enabled by that electric terrain, Cresselia, which I fought your Cresselia too many times.
I love me some
Oh my
Cresselia. I
God.
almost, if he didn't take it in the third round, I was thinking about it. Here's the thing: my team was going to be so different because in the third round, Polar helped. I forget who take Farigiraf, which I wanted Farigiraf so bad, but I was like, you know what? Farigiraf's gone. I can get Cresselia kind of the same role. Then Cresselia goes, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna have to go Tailwind then.
I DM'd it. I'm like, you should pick up Cresselia because in the back of my head, I'm like, I can't let Sean get Cresselia.
That's fair. No, it's fair.
I can't fight that again.
It fits really well on his team. It's such a good mod.
And don't you have Heatran? Do you have Heatran right now? No, you don't.
I don't.
I think it's something else. Yeah. Oh my god. I couldn't let you get Cresselia again. I can't fight you with Cresselia again.
Yeah.
That's so stressful. He also has Oranguru with the Instruct and Alomomola, which he got some Wishfish action going on.
Yeah. Alamola's so funny.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Pikachu just has electric terrain.
Yeah, no, that's
Manual.
such a, for only how many? He's 4 points to get hit, like the only electric. I think is the only electric surge mon since there's no Miraidon. Like that's just to be able to counter the terrain, and he's so slow. Like he will always get the terrain up if he's going against grassy or psychic teams.
One of the things I do foresee on this team is I feel like Iron Leaves is going to be receiving the most Terras in his season. That mon just combos well with Pincurchin, and it has a wider move pool compared to Bundle.
Right.
So, and defensive typing. So, like, you're going to be facing some bug types. Oh, Terra Rock, Terra Poison, Terra Steel. Like, Iron Leaves has the Terra Blast to put stuff down.
Yeah. I mean, the Chi-Yu Beads of Ruin is so nice with how specially offensive this team is. He has 2 of the best Trick Room setters. He still has a Tailwind user with Gliscor. He's got your Wide Guard, your Quick Guard. Like, those, just all that combined, like, it's really... The offense with the top 2 mons, those special, you can't intimidate them, obviously. Like, dude, they're going to hit so hard. I will bring... Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was looking at typings.
Yep.
Yeah, Rock side spam.
Yep. And even like Goodra's the only resist. Pretty much most mons that are going to have Rock Slide are also going to have ground moves. So that's kind of a tough one too.
Yeah. Also, so funnily enough, Dark Pulse spam isn't going to be an issue for this team, but it's going to be any physical dark moves that are going to be annoying for this team.
Right.
But it's a fat team though with Hoodra, Gliscor, Leaves, and Alomomola. Cresselia, like how can I ignore that?
Grass gets screens too, like.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so crazy that this is one of the only teams that has no dragon interaction at all. No resist, no super effective. That's wild.
Yeah, It's going to be very hard to navigate because you can't
Yeah.
even Toxic Stall this team because Hudra's immune.
Yep.
Cresselia has the stupid Lunar Blessing.
Yep.
I hate that move so much.
Levitate's an insane ability to double shoot because there's so much Earthquake going on.
Choice Band Glasgow is just an option right now.
Yep. Yeah, I'll maybe bring up some of the negatives. I don't want you to have to rag on your friend. It's a really good team. There's two things that are insanely important in doubles, and that's Fake Out and Intimidate, and he doesn't have either one. Also, no Redirector. Those three things kind of hold it back a little bit for me, not having those three, like pillars of doubles. And the Trick Room, even though he has two Trick Room setters, it almost feels a little unnecessary because all of his top Mons don't really want Trick Room. He's got Regieleki, Bundle, Leaves, and Chiyu. All of them are like really fast Mons that really would rather have Tailwind. And as good as Gliscor is in singles, he's just not the best doubles Mon because he's got that quad weakness to ice. He doesn't have a ton of offensive pressure. So maybe the fit isn't there as much for those, but he has such good offense on the top end that it might not matter that much.
Oh yeah. He just leads Chiyu bundled, something dies.
Right. And you even have like the Cork Drive proc with Incursion, and you can run like Specs or Scarf on bundle. Like, that's insane.
I don't want to fight that.
I know. All right, what tier are you thinking about this?
Okay. See, I don't want to glaze, but
glaze away.
My mind is like genuinely struggling. It's like, what is the weakness of this team? Maybe it's because Cresselia is just so annoying to get through.
Cress is so good.
That like both Cresselia and Gudra are very bulky mons that are difficult to break through. And if you're trying to cut through those, but then you also have to deal with Chiyu Bundle or Leaves on the other side of the field, it makes your priority just, or like who you want to take out, so difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, but if we put an Urshifu in the mix, if we just throw an Urshifu at it though, yeah, Urshifu kind of bodies.
I didn't even realize. Yeah, no, Urshifu is pretty solid against this team. Because even like Gudra is what you normally want to switch into like the Rapid Strike, but then he's got your fighting moves. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so does Urshifu bodying this make this an A-tier team? Or is it because Urshifu beats it so confidently?
So you were thinking S, but maybe with that, you were thinking maybe a high A.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because like Urshifu just wallops here.
I think his team is super good, but like I said, I think with no Fake Out, no Intimidate, and no Redirection, to me, that drops it to an A. But if you genuinely, this is your friend, if you think it's S, we will put it in S.
No, you bring up some point because like I said, you're more familiar with doubles than I am, and so I'm missing out on a lot of this like double that I'm not used to as a singles player.
I think that too, that maybe Oranguru is a little misplaced on this team because I feel like Cress kind of does everything you want Oranguru to do. I know obviously he gets like the instruct and everything, but without Trick Room, he's not going to be doing a lot, and the offensive Pokemon that he wants to enable don't want Trick Room.
Yeah. So, the other like thing is like ally switch on Oranguru. That's the other thing I see.
No, that's fair. That's fair. But then again, Cress also gets ally switch. So then would you still want to bring Oranguru over Cress when Cress is so good?
True. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're kind of just overlapping there. I think we can put it at an A.
All right.
Because if you put this team, put it next to Polar's.
Yeah. Polar's team is insane.
That's how we have to think.
Yeah, that's fair. No, he's got a really good team though. I mean, if he is able to like catch on quick and learn how to like really like put his Pokemon in the right position with Chiyu Bundle, you've got that special defense drop, like get Pincursion in there at the right times, Cresselia like as a support, this team could be really, really annoying to play against.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll put it in high A for now, and now we're on to Nemesis. All right. This is a really good team. What do you think?
Okay, so big things I see. His two strongest ones, Raging Bolt, Iron Hands. First of all, amazing Pokemon.
Oh, dude, Raging Bolt.
Both weak to ground.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true.
But no, continue.
No, Raging Bolt that's such a good Pokemon. Like he literally was only invented because Urshifu exists. And they were like, we have to make a Mon that can counter Urshifu. And they made another Mon that's almost as busted as Urshifu, like Thunderclap. He's got insane defenses, great typing. Like, Raging Bolt could be like a #1 overall pick. I wouldn't even bat an eye. That's just an insane Pokemon. And with Photosynthesis, if you can get him on a Sun team, especially, I know this. Grafaiai, I think he gets Prankster Sunny Day. So in the Sun, Raging Bolt is just really strong.
Yep, he gets Sunny Day.
Yep. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's a combo you gotta watch out for.
Yeah, it's like a semi pseudo Sun team. Volcarona loves being in the Sun.
Yep.
Bronzong's very, very important for this team.
Absolutely.
It gives the Trick Room, but it's
100%.
also the Levitate Mon.
Yep.
Like expect Bronzong to be brought to every game.
Absolutely. Bronzong fits so well with those top two Mons. Like the Trick Room, the immunity to ground. I was really wanting Bronzong on my team. That was a great pick.
Oh, yeah. Also, Confe is a sleep pick. That thing has Tailwind, and it also has Floral Healing.
Yep, and it's got that triage.
Raging Bolt and Iron Hands.
Yep.
Confe low-key like a budget Sinistra.
Yeah, no, for sure. Confe is a really good Pokemon. I mean, the fact that it's 13 points, too, like, I feel like that's a lot of respect. Like, Confe is like a Mon that people feel like don't think about that much, but it's a really good support Mon.
Let's see. We have double dancers with Oricorio and Volcarona.
Yep, I saw the same thing. That's a really scary duo with the Quiver Dance Dancer.
And then, just like a random small thing, if you want to talk to Stall through Raging Bolt Iron Hands, there's a Minior that you just can't status.
Yep, for sure. But that's one thing I noticed on this team. This team probably has the most setup of any team I've seen. You can have Calm Mind Raging Bolt. You can have, like we said, the Quiver Dance combo with Oricorio. Torterra's got Shell Smash. You've got Dragon Dance for Alligator and Shell Smash Minior. This team can set up like crazy.
Okay, and I'm looking at the weakness. So if we look at the Fairy weakness, because Raging Bolt Iron Hands both weak to Fairy. Next 3 picks, they cover it.
Yep, 100%.
Ground type grabs an immunity. Grafaiai, that's fine, but Torterra helps out a lot, and then Oricorio Minior. Like,
yeah, this team has really good synergy. Yeah, this team has great typing coverage all across the board.
Yeah, if we're really nitpicking, water type with freeze dry. Yeah, that is only thing to put in Rain Day.
That's true. Maybe my nitpick. I feel like offensively, it leans really heavy on Raging Bolt and kind of Iron Hands. I feel like, okay, you got Volcarona, but all of it, the last like 6 or 7 Mons, you're not really scared of offensively. They kind of require setup to be much of a threat. Like Torterra, yeah, he can hit kind of hard, but he really needs a Shell Smash to be doing a ton. Oricorio is pretty much only ever going to be doing anything if it's with Volcarona. Weirdeer is not going to hit very hard for Alligator. Again, I know he's got Sheer Force, but he kind of wants to set up to really be doing, and Minior as well.
Yeah. So one of the things is to fight this team, you're probably, if you have a good ground type, that ground type's 100% being brought, and for the opponent, he's bringing that for Alligator. So you're kind of already figuring out how you want to build.
Right. Yeah.
Those first 3 Pokemon, they're always coming. They're too strong not to.
Agreed. I will say, I do really like that this team has 3 Tailwind setters and 3 Trick Room setters. Like, this team has a lot of flexibility in that way. You've got one of the better fake-out users with Iron Hands is really nice. Rage Powder Volcarona. Dude, the fact that Volcarona is 12 points, that's insane value. Volcarona is
that is a steal.
Yes, it's a great doubles one. Like, that Volcarona, yeah, that's a really solid pickup.
Yeah. We didn't even talk about Weirder, the Intimidator.
Yeah.
Trick Room.
For sure.
Weirder has an insane move pool. It just gets insane coverage, ground, electric, grass, normal, ghost, psychic.
For sure. Again,
Yeah.
it's another one of those Frisk mons too, that if you ever wanted to just like bring him extra, like find out what the opponent has, Frisk is a great bring.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't get use out of that sap sipper because it's only covering for alligator, and nobody's like really hard prepping for alligator.
Right.
Like, this is a great team.
It is. It's a really solid
I don't
team.
want to fight this.
I agree. Raging Bolt just alone is just such a hard mon. If he gets Raging Bolt in with the Sun or in Trick Room, that's a really hard mon to stop. He's got great typing.
Okay.
All right, what are you thinking? And there's so many good teams we've looked at in a row here.
Oh yeah. If my nitpick is, watch out for the water type with freeze dry.
Agreed.
Yeah, this is an S tier.
I think team. It might be too.
It covers a lot of things, especially in the lower range. So it's like you got the Citrus Berry Comfey, you got Intimidate, you got the Rage Powder with the Volcarona, and Bronzong's just great doubles mod.
Agreed.
Like
you have so many things you have to watch out for on this team. And we didn't even does Grafai get Encore? I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, Prankster Encore, like you can't protect in front of this thing. And so it's Raging Bolt's one of the best mons that exist. Iron Hands, like if it starts it gets one Swords Dance up, it's over. Like, and then you've got Volcarona. Yeah, this team is like you have to be on your top game because it's gonna set up and then sweep you.
Yeah. Immaculate Speed Tiers, it just doesn't have a confident, like, guaranteed tailwind setter.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't run Trick Room against this team. You can't run Trick Room in this team, and this team is trying to set up Trick Room.
Right. I agree. This is just a really, really solid team. A solid S. All right. Last but not least, it's crazy that yours is at the end. But yeah, I'll let you go ahead and shout out kind of what you were thinking with this team here.
Okay. Arcaladon's a cool Pokemon. I never got to use it. So I'm like, hey, let's use Arcaladon. And I'm just like, everybody's going to type Pelipper for me. I'm like, so I'm going to go for Politoed. They took Politoed. Hey, I won Politoed. Like,
I will say Pelipper is better than Politoed. Pelipper is like a little derpy idiot, but he is a really good doubles mon.
See, but Politoed has a tech that I really, really wanted to use.
Parasong?
No, it's not Parasong.
Okay.
And I'm gonna withhold what that tech is until I can use it in game because it is so niche. I got Sinistra, I got my Citrus Berry. I think Sinistra is like one of the best VGC mons.
Oh, for sure. He pairs really well with Arcaladon. He's got great typing. Yes. Like the hospitality is so nice. You've got the Rage Powder. Yeah, Sinistra's a really solid Pokemon.
Prankster Meowstic.
I already told you I wanted that mon. It's so underrated. For what it's 11 points. That I think that is like way undervalued. What it can do. Like you've got the Prankster with the screens. You've got your Thunder Wave speed control. It's got Fake Out. It's such a good mon.
Oh yeah. We ended up with Pelipper. Then I'm looking at my team. I'm like, I need some redirection. Give me Magmar. Yeah. I felt comfortable enough to use Magmar. It gets some screens. It has Clear Smog, which I found pretty useful.
It finishes your Fire, Water, Grass core as well.
True. Then I picked up Overcoat, which is Intimidate mon, but it's also a Swift Swim mon.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. You're right. That's a really good Swift Swim mon.
Yeah. And so people typically use Overquill as a physically defensive mon because of its Intimidate ability.
Yeah.
But it has higher offensive attack.
No, 115 attack is really solid.
And it also gets to move Felstinger. So like if Chien-Pao wants to like come here real quickly.
Right.
Then I'm just like, okay, I need the Tailwind. So Gale Wings Fletchender.
Right.
That's always useful.
2 points for a priority Tailwind setter. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Oh yeah, I saw absolute steal. Magnezone, I wanted another steel type that can take dragon and fairy moves.
Yep.
I was getting nervous about Moonblast spam, even though I don't have weakness to fairy right now.
They're everywhere.
Lapras. So Lapras is actually a really interesting choice because I was like looking at some things about this Pokemon and like what it brings to the table. So Lapras has the move Dragon Cheer,
Mmm.
and I got an
Arcaladon, huh?
Caladon.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
I also always wanted to use Lapras. I've been trying to draft Lapras for like I started Draft League a year ago. I've been trying to draft Lapras for a year, but I've been dying to use this Pokemon with like all the Scale Shot and having it
Yeah.
access Terra.
Does it get Muddy Water as well, too?
That's a good question. Oh, Muddy Water is going to be legal too.
Oh, yeah. Muddy Water is like the best water type move in doubles.
Yeah, we got Muddy Water. We
Yeah.
do in fact got Muddy Water.
Solid move.
Yeah, it also has Life Dew and Icy Wind.
Oh, yeah. Two great supporting moves.
Mm-hmm.
Having water absorb as well, like, that's a really nice, because there's going to be so many, like we said, Muddy Waters are everywhere. Shell Armor is a really good ability too.
And like Lapras is a Pokemon I'm not scared to sink my Terra into because of just the utility it brings.
Yeah, 100%.
And then with a natural 85 Spatak, like I'm chipping things down.
Yeah, for sure. He's got really good bulk.
And finally, I got Landorus at the
Oh
end.
my.
I was like, I was scouting, and I'm just like, I don't think anybody's actually gunning for Landorus. And Sandsteer Storm hits 100% in the rain.
Getting Landorus that late is disgusting. Here's the thing. My pick, when I was down to like my second pick, I was like, I really want a ground type to pair with Ogerpon. It was between Landorus, Incarnate, and Blood Moon for me. Landorus is such a good mon.
Oh yeah,
it's one of the best typings. Yeah,
true. Yeah, I'm really happy I got the Landorus. 100%. I'm just like, it is what it is. I'm just gonna save it for my last pick. If I don't get it, then I can just splurge to like round out my team. But if I get it, it's gonna be really fun.
Right. All right. Let me like kind of dig into this. So first off, I think you have the best weather team. Pelipper is probably the best weather setter. You've got Pelipper or Caladon, one of the best duos. Like, you're gonna get off those single turn electro shots and get that special attack. Arcaladon is like stupid good. You got the 100% accurate Hurricane. Like, that's just an insane combo. I don't know if you watched any. Again, I'm keep bringing up the Wolfie draft league, but PokeAim had a similar team to this where he went with the Pelipper Arcaladon. You're following that build. He had a really good team. I like that you're kind of following that. You've got some of the best.
Quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
So PokeAim is like the competitive YouTuber I grew up with. So
gotcha.
Like, if you ever see a lot of my strategies, they're normally from PokeAim draft leagues.
Yeah, and he's just now like kind of getting into doubles, and he's so good at it. Like, he picked it up so fast.
Yes.
So absolutely. You have some of the best support Pokemon. You've got Follow Me Magmar with the Eviolite is insanely bulky. Like I said, the Rage Powder and Sinistra is super solid. You've got Meowstic, one of the best. Because like, dude, Thunderwave, Prankster Thunderwave by itself, like, if you are getting full paras, you just win. Like, it's such an annoying thing to go against. You've got 2 Tailwind Setters, 2 Trick Room. So, like, you can go tail room mode. No one really knows which way you're going because Arcaladon can kind of function in both. You've got Wide Guard and Quick Guard. Willow, you got a couple Willow Whispers, Snarl, Icy. Like, you literally have every single thing covered. And so I feel like when you have that much like flexibility, even though like it's going to be rain, there's still so much, like you said, Overquill, Swift Swim, or Intimidate. Like, you've got so many different modes. And then Landorus. The fact that you have 2 of the strongest special attackers in the game on the same team is just really dirty. The only negatives I can kind of find, you do have 4 quad weaknesses, but luckily they're 4 different types. Because overall, your type diversity is like really good. Like, maybe rock, but then you have like Arcaladon, like your best mon is immune to rock or has a rock resistance. Ghost is one of
those rock moves.
Right. Ghost maybe like, oh yeah, right. Arcaladon he has your stamina. Yeah, you're right. Those are like, I'm just trying to nitpick. Offensively, maybe you kind of have 2 Pokemon that are carrying their load a little bit. Like, it's Lando, Arcaladon, and the rest are not much like the biggest offensive threats are like the only things I can nitpick. But then again, like, when you have 2 of the most insane ones, it's so hard to stop them anyway. And even like I say, but then Magnezone with 130 special attack is also insane. Like you said, Lapras can chip. Overquill can actually hit really hard. Like, you kind of sold me on Overquill. This team is insanely good. Like, I'm not just doing this. I'm being this is S.
Thank you.
That's a really good team.
The only thing I can hope is I can like pilot it to the expectations.
Yes,
It's
I
like
mean,
I said, first time playing VGC, so
it's mine too. Actually, like I've watched a ton of VGC, but this is my first time like fully playing. I've played a lot of doubles, like you said, but as far as VGC itself, this is my first time as well. So we both have a
I
lot
think
to
the
live up
crazy
to.
thing is- yeah, and we're fighting each other week 1.
I know. It's gonna be so fun.
Like Loki, I almost hope we're the opening match because that's going to be one hell of a game to watch.
100%.
I hope it is. At
Honestly,
least. I hope it is at least.
Looking back at this list, I feel like this team is not like in a tier, but I feel like this has to be B tier. It still has Whimsicott, Reggie Drago. It's got the Polytoad with the Swift Swim. I feel like that's how good like this draft went for everyone. I don't think there's one team that just like stands out. I feel like this is originally there was a D tier here. I was like, I can't have a D tier. There's too many. Every team has its own like way that it functions as really strong. Because even that, like Reggie Drago, Whimsicott by itself, and the Justified Terrakion, like that can wreak havoc. This is a really good draft. I think there's a ton of good teams.
There's going to be a ton of great battles, and I can't wait to watch them.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to run.
All right, thanks for joining me, man. This was really fun. I think this is going to be a really good season.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Me
the
too.
battles, battling you. Oh, it's going to be so great.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.